Hey everybody, welcome to the Wannabe Mechanic, and a special thank you to all the new subscribers. We've gotten to 200 subscribers over the last 2 months, and I couldn't be happier. It's just been amazing to see all the feedback in the comment section, all the likes and shares that we've gotten, so it's just been amazing, and I want to say thank you again. So, in any case, let's get on to the episode. We're doing a bunch of random stuff to the car today. I wanted to do some patch panels in the rear end, so I had to get the gas tank out, but I had to cut the tow hitch off to do that. And I also found some ashtrays in a thrift store out in the desert somewhere. So I decided to weld that into my dash. And I'm sorry for the bad audio right now. It's super windy. As you can see, I live in the middle of nowhere with no shop, no budget, no concrete on the ground. And I'm just trying to learn as much as possible. You know, every day is a school day, even when you don't have a budget. So let's get into the episode. And thank you again to all the new subscribers. First things first is I have to figure out what damage happened over here before I bought the car. So just taking a bristle brush, I'm just trying to dig out all of the Bondo and find where the real metal starts. So I did a little bit already. You can see where the metal is sort of folding over into this panel. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep working all the way around this section to figure out where the Bondo is. So before we can keep working on this section here, we got to get the gas tank out. But in order to get the gas tank out, we have to get this tow bar off because it's hitting right there. So I'm gonna take the sending unit out of the tank. And I finally got the sending unit out, as well as the filler tube. And these things are rusty. So, let's see. I'll get this in here. And we'll just have that fill up for a while. All right, it's a few hours later. I think it's 3 or 4 hours, and doesn't really smell like gas anymore, and the outside of the tank is pretty dry. So I think what we're gonna do now is cut right here on both sides and then unbolt the other side. There's 2 bolts that go up into the trunk, so we'll undo those, cut that, and the whole tow hitch should just fall straight down. So that's the goal. Let's see if it actually works. That nut right there is giving me some hang up, so I'm gonna have to get that, and then this will just fall out, and we'll deal with these little pieces that are left over on either side. We'll deal with those eventually. But now that we got the gas tank out, we can start doing some body work. We're gonna French that, and cover up these holes, re-weld those holes. Get this done, delete those, and yeah, I don't know what else we'll do, but we're gonna do a bunch of stuff now that the gas tank is out, so stay tuned in. tow hitch officially out! Tow hitch out! Alright, the sun's going down, so it's finally cool enough to get out to the Pinto. And I think the first welding job that we're gonna do now that the gas tank is gone is gonna be patching up this hole here for the trailer lights that would have plugged in there. So instead of doing all 3 holes, since I'm gonna mount a light right here in the center, I'll just leave this hole for now. And I'm gonna use this metal to trace out where I want to cut. Alright, let's see. Alright, let me hammer this a little flatter. Hammer this a little flatter. And I'm just gonna clean up this edge right here so we can get a straight line. So not perfectly straight, but a lot better than it was. Now we just gotta cut that out, put that in place. Yay, alright. Got that out. Now, let's see. I got this pretty close, but just enough room, just enough overlap on all corners to be able to go in with a hand file after, clean up these edges, and we're just gonna go slow. Just go real slow, and then try to weld that in place. If it works, it works. If not, we'll cut it out. Cut out a slightly larger hole, you know, and just try to keep filling it. This is not a how-to. This is just me doing it and showing you as I do it. So don't get any bright ideas and say, oh, this is the how to do it channel. This is not the how to do it channel. Clearly not the how to do it channel. I don't have the tools to do it right. So, but I'm doing it because I want to, and I want to go to shows, go to car shows, and not have a trailer light or trailer plug-in on the back of my Pinto when there's not going to be a trailer bar anymore. Alright, so it's the next day, and I did not get much footage of me actually cleaning up the welds and all that and trying to fill in the holes that I made by burning the metal, but there it is now. And you know, this was just an attempt to do that process of lining up 3 sides and cutting at an angle, but I'm never gonna do it again because this just turned out absolutely terrible. So yeah, we're not going to do that ever again. But I did end up taking a block sanding a little bit, you know, just trying to get a feel for where we're at. And yeah, I mean, it's only going to get better, you know, but it's a lesson well learned. never doing that again. What I am happy about though is the way that the ashtray has turned out. You know, it's not totally finished, obviously. I didn't really get to show you the process, but I just cut out some pieces, welded it up where the vent is gonna be. And I know it looks awful now, but once it's finished, that's gonna sit in there and be my ashtray. So we just took the angle grinder, cleaned it up a little bit, and now this is what she's looking like. Obviously not great. I still have to get into this corner and radius that and find out if there's any more pinholes. But I'm pretty happy with this spot over here. I need to bring this down a little bit, but I cut those pieces to fit exactly in there. And that's why this went so much smoother than the back. So again, lesson well learned. Always cut the pieces to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a little harder to hold it. It pays off in the end. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. It's going there. It's not coming out. But let me know what you think. So I know this was a super chaotic episode. We got the gas tank out. We got the tow hitch cut off and unbolted. We did a bunch of welding. And obviously this has shrunk a little bit because of the welding. So, you know, there's a little bit of a wave going on, I can feel. Ashtray installed. I got a little bit more done on this side. This side, I need to get a new tool to get in there. I was able to get it somewhat blended right there. So there's not a huge lump there, but I do see a pinhole right there that I'll have to tack eventually. So I'm gonna take a trip down to Harbor Freight. In the next episode, we'll also tackle deleting these side markers. I need to figure out the rest of this Bondo situation. And I know we didn't finish all this, but I mean, look how gnarly that is. Look at that. Some gnarly waves, bro. And that Bondo right there, oof, some thick Bondo. Anyways, we're gonna have to smack that all back into shape, or into a shape that we can be happy with. And then we'll cut out pieces that are the same size as this, zap those into place, and we won't have any side markers anymore. Why? I don't like the way those look. I don't like the way they look. That's all. So I hope you enjoyed. Tune back in next time. I'll see you then. Peace.